The film starts in the beautiful country of China in the year 1881. Princess Pei arrives at the majestic Forbidden City, where Chen Wang serves as an imperial guard. As Princess Pei steps into the empire, her eyes meet Chen Wang's. A formal ceremony follows where Princess Pei is introduced to her future husband. She privately expresses to his father her reluctance to marry a man she barely knows. Later that evening, Princess Pei reads a tale called The Princess and the Frog, with her foreign tutor Calvin by her side. Meanwhile, Chen Wang is working nearby, attentively listening to Princess Pei's voice from outside the room. As Princess Pei finishes reading the story, she voices her skepticism about the concept of happily ever after portrayed in the book. She confides in Calvin her strong disapproval of marrying a stranger she does not care for. Calvin then reveals to Princess Pei about a ship bound for America, urging her to leave immediately. Princess Pei agrees to flee with Calvin, much to the dismay of Chen Wang, who overhears their plan but fails to stop them. In the midst of their escape, Princess Pei accidentally drops the book, The Princess and the Frog. The Emperor of China dispatches 3 imperial guards and a royal interpreter to retrieve Princess Pei after she escapes to America with Calvin's help. Despite initial objections, Chen Wang insists on joining the rescue mission, feeling obligated to right his earlier failure in preventing Princess Pei's flight. With the support of his uncle, the royal interpreter, Chen Wang is allowed to join the group. The captain of the Imperial Guards is wary of the potential danger posed by foreign adversaries targeting Wang. On the other side of the story, in Nevada, the outlaw Roy and his gang are plotting to rob a train. Roy gives detailed instructions to his accomplices before they mount their horses and ride towards the railway. After the arrival of Chen Wang, the Imperial interpreter, and the 3 other guards in Nevada, they board a train. Following them, Roy and his armed gang arrive at the train, intending to hijack one of the train cars. They start stealing valuables from the passengers on board. In a sudden turn of events, the Imperial interpreter enters the same train car being hijacked by Roy and his gang. When Roy tries to communicate with the interpreter, Wallace, a new member of Roy's gang, fires a shot that fatally wounds the interpreter. Roy becomes furious with Wallace, scolding him before leaving the car and moving to the next one, with the gang following. Meanwhile, Chen Wang searches for his uncle, eventually finding him deceased in a different train car. When Chen Wang asks a passenger about his uncle's killer, the passenger indicates the next train car's door. Chen Wang rushes to that car and opens it to discover Roy and his gang have successfully detached the train cars. Chen Wang jumps onto the unlinked cars in surprise. Inside, Wallace aggressively confronts Chen Wang, attempting to provoke a fight. Chen Wang escapes the car and climbs onto the roof as the gang continues to chase and shoot at him. Meanwhile, Roy goes to a room housing a vault, planting bombs around it. After setting up the explosives, Roy exits the room and sees his gang shooting at the roof. He intervenes, warning them about the imminent explosion from the bombs and instructing them to prepare for the outcome of their actions. After that, Chen Wang finds a way into a different train car through a window, entering the room where the vault is kept. Chen Wang locates all the explosives, moving them under the vault and concealing himself before the detonation. When the bomb goes off, it causes significant damage to the train car section housing the vault. Due to the force of the explosion, the vault plunges into a nearby river. When Roy and his gang enter the room, they realize the vault is missing. They notice Chen Wang fleeing the scene towards the next train car. 2 of Roy's gang members chase after Chen Wang, who successfully fends them off. However, Roy captures Chen Wang by aiming a gun at him. Roy inquires about Chen Wang's identity before Wallace pulls a lever, causing logs to tumble off the train. Chen Wang manages to reach another train car and uncouples it to make an escape from Roy and his gang once again. Wallace seizes the opportunity to hold Roy at gunpoint, declaring his intention to take control of the gang. Meanwhile, Princess Pei and Calvin arrive at a mining camp. Princess Pei becomes suspicious as she had expected to be taken to an estate, as promised by Calvin. Calvin reassures her that the mining camp will be beneficial since his acquaintance is experienced in assisting Chinese immigrants in America. Eventually, Princess Pei discovers she has been abducted by Calvin, who is revealed to be an agent of El Yifeng, a traitor who fled the Forbidden City. Meanwhile, Wallace abandons Roy and the gang, leaving him buried in the desert up to his chin as vultures circle overhead. Eventually, Chen Wang discovers Roy trapped in the sandy expanse. Roy pleads for Chen Wang's assistance to free him from his predicament. Chen Wang expresses his desire to learn the way to Carson City. Roy reveals he knows the location of Carson City and offers to guide Chan Wong there if he helps him first. Chan Wong places 2 sticks in Roy's mouth to aid in digging himself out, only to learn from Roy that Carson City lies on the other side of a mountain. Upon reaching the opposite side of the mountain, Chan Wong rescues a young Sioux child from the Crow tribe. Grateful, the Sioux tribe cares for him during their jubilant celebrations. In a haze, Chan Wong unwittingly marries the daughter of the Sioux chief, realizing his mistake only upon awakening the next day. Simultaneously, Princess Pei uncovers L. Fong's scheme to abduct her for the emperor's gold. Despite her efforts to resist L. Fong, she ultimately succumbs. Meanwhile, as Chan Wong adapts to life among the Sioux tribe, he stumbles upon a small village and encounters Roy at a local tavern, leading to a tumultuous brawl. Subsequently, both Chan Wong and Roy find themselves imprisoned together. Within the confines of the prison, Chan Wong demands his release, prompting a confrontation with Roy, who urges him to relent. Eventually, with Roy's assistance, Chan Wong calms down and discloses his true identity as an imperial guard from the Forbidden City. He reveals his mission to rescue Princess Pei from abduction. Together, Chan Wong and Roy devise a plan to escape their captivity. Chan Wong discovers a loose steel bar near the cell bars, strips off his clothes, wets them with urine, ties them to the steel bars, and attaches a piece of wood to aid in their escape. He starts rolling the wooden piece, gradually tightening the wet cloth and causing the 2 bars to bend, thus creating a gap between the steel bars. Moving on to another cell, they repeat the process, causing the wooden wall to break and alerting the guard. Recognizing their savior as Falling Leaves, who brings 2 horses, Roy and Chan Wong escape with her assistance. Meanwhile, 3 Imperial guards tasked with rescuing Princess Pei and the ancient box of gold arrive at Carson City. Wallace and his gang discover Roy is alive and break out of jail successfully. With Falling Leaves' help, Roy teaches Chan Wong the ways of the cowboys. Eventually, they reach Carson City, finding themselves wanted on posters. Roy jokingly tells Chan Wong that the wanted posters drive women crazy. They head to the streets where they spot Marshal Nathan Van Cle and his men on horseback. Roy leads Chan Wong into a bar. Inside, Marshal Van Cle demands their surrender, positioning his men to guard the back in case they attempt to escape. Chan Wong questions Roy about why Marshal Van Cle is after them. Roy finally confesses that they are wanted, hence their faces being displayed on the wanted posters. This revelation angers Chan Wong, blaming Roy for dragging him into his troubles. As a result, they engage in a physical altercation, during which Chan Wong successfully throws Roy outside.
Meanwhile, Roy encounters Marshal Van Cleef.
At the same time, Chan Wong attempts to escape through the back, but is intercepted by Marshal Van Cleef's men, leading to a confrontation. Chan Wong manages to fend off Marshal Van Cleef's men and prevents them from harming Roy. They both ride a horse and flee to L. Fong's mining camp. Princess Pei, held captive, works as a laborer and witnesses the suffering of Chinese immigrant workers under the harsh rule of Long. Chan Wong and Roy eventually reach Roy's hideout at a bordello, where they are warmly welcomed and tended to by the prostitutes. As they spend time there, Chan Wong and Roy forge friendships. However, they are later captured by Marshal Van Cleef following a drunken altercation with Chan Wong. Marshal Van Cleef successfully apprehends them, keeping them as hostages. It is then revealed that L. Fong is behind Princess Pei's abduction. L. Fong even cuts Chan Wong's lengthy braided hair. The next day, a crowd gathers as Chan Wong and Roy face the imminent threat of hanging. While Marshal Van Cleef watches closely, plotting his next move, Chan Wong covertly signals a horse nearby with a carriage. Luckily, the horse responds, and with another horse, they pull the carriage to the platform where they face hanging. The crowd flees, causing the horse to collide with the platform, causing it to break. Bry falls to the back of the carriage as they both successfully flee. They rest by a creek where Bry notices Chan Wong's distant behavior, suspecting it stems from his haircut. Eventually, Chan Wong admits to Roy about his departure plans. Roy advises him to rest after their near-death experience, but Chan Wong remains set on leaving. As Roy prepares to part ways, Chan Wong informs him of his solo departure. Chan Wong then unexpectedly encounters Princess Pei at L. Fong's mining camp, where she chooses to stay to aid the captive Chinese workers. L. Fong tracks down Chan Wong and engages in a sword fight with him. Just as L. Fong is about to strike Chan Wong, Roy arrives on horseback, saving him. The confrontation is disrupted by gunshots, prompting Chan Wong to ride with Roy on the horse as they escape. The next day, The ransom of gold is delivered to Princess Pei at Carson City Mission Cathedral by the 3 imperial guards, determined to free her from the clutches of Fong. The situation takes a twist when Chan Wang, disguised as a monk, appears on the scene. Fong brandishes a gun, threatening Chan Wang, but before he can act, Roy steps in, also disguised as a monk, and manages to disarm Fong. Chan Wang asserts that Princess Pei should not be taken against her will, leading to a standoff. The arrival of Marshal Vanel escalates tensions, resulting in a shootout between Vanel and Roy. Amid the chaos, Fong and the Imperial Guards engage in a fierce struggle. Roy narrowly escapes unharmed, ultimately turning the tables by fatally shooting Marshal Vanel. As Fong pursues Princess Pei into the cathedral, a dramatic chase ensues. Chan Wang confronts the guards, eventually convincing them to let him go to rescue Princess Pei. In the bell tower, Princess Pei sustains an injury as Chan Wang and Fong come face to face. Using the bell's cords, Chan Wang manages to incapacitate Fong, securing a truce. The Imperial Guards agree to allow Princess Pei to remain in Nevada in exchange for the ransom gold provided by Chan Wang and Roy. The situation becomes even more intense when Wallace and Roy's former gang arrive at the cathedral, seeking a showdown. Despite initial hesitation, Chan Wang and Roy team up to face their adversaries. Before the conflict begins, they find themselves surrounded by the Sioux tribe led by Falling Leaves. Wallace and his gang opt for peace, offering Roy a chance to rejoin them, but Roy refuses. The movie concludes with a poignant moment as Roy shares a heartfelt kiss with Falling Leaves at a Chinese cultural festival, while Princess Pei finds solace in the embrace of Chan Wang, marking a new chapter in their journey. After a while, Chan Wang and Roy, whose real name is Wyatt Herb, are named sheriffs and begin their mission to hunt down a fresh group of train robbers. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you want to watch more videos like this. Thank you for watching and see you again soon. Take care.